Hi, this is Joel, founder of Easy Prop Tax, and today we're going to talk about why you never phone it in property tax protests. So, this is specifically talking about the formal ARB hearing. The main issue is that there's too many risks. So first off, the technology could fail at any point. You could also just be disconnected because especially if you're on the wait for say half an hour, you might think that something's wrong and all sort of things could happen. You build up, it builds up a lot of stress as well. And even if you have everything working, you might, just because of the nature of telephones, for example, they might not be able to hear what you're saying over the bad connection. So there's a lot of things that could go wrong. The county portal could also fail, and in that case, then they wouldn't be able to see any evidence, for example. So all sorts of things could happen if you don't go in person. And for example, you could even forget the meeting, right? Like forget that if you had a whole bunch of meetings set up before then, you might just forget that that was happening. If you make it a point to go in person and you're all prepared to go, then guess what? It's a lot easier to make it on time, right? Or not really. You should be an hour early because that way you can actually control the timing. Like they'll usually take you in and early, and then you can leave early as well and get on with your day. So the other thing is you can't present the hard copy in person if you phone it in, right? You want to be able to impress the board with a thick stack of stuff instead of just a long file that they don't want to read. They're not going to read the stack either, but the fact that there is that much data in one place, I mean, it's demoralizing for the assessor as well. Like they don't really look at these generally before the meeting; they just kind of wing it, and so it's not going to make them feel good. And you want to make them feel as bad as possible to help your case. And like I said, you can also better control the timing of things than over the phone. And the last and most important reason, the assessor's in person with that board for a reason. Like they're sitting in the same room. That the assessor is sitting with the same three board members, and so just by not being there, you're giving up an advantage. Maybe you can afford it, but maybe you can't. So they're trying to build up a rapport, a working rapport with that board, which is why they stay with the same assessors all day. Or sorry, the why the assessor stays with the same board all day is what I meant. And the biggest reason I would say is, why would you risk it? I mean, this is something that is potentially going to cost you a lot of money. Like, let's say the board raised, or the county raised your valuation by 100,000. That translates to something over $2,000. And the thing is, with these valuations, they don't really go down. So that's 2,000 just from losing one time, and that's 2,000 every year. Like it's 2,000 for as dollars for as many years as you have that house. So why risk it? Now, I mean, I don't see any point, because if you lose this year, that's 2,000. Let's say you lose next year, now you're shelling out $4,000 because it kind of keeps raising the prices on you every year. I mean, you just can't afford it. So anything you can do that gives you a bit of an edge, you should try it, right? As a reminder, this does not apply, everything I just said, to informal hearings. Informal hearings, you can't even go in person if you wanted to, and the county is not going to change their position anyway, so there's no point, because in the informal hearing, it really does not matter at all. It's basically you and the county always says, oh, you're wrong, we're going to stay where we're at, because they have no incentive to negotiate with you, because they don't have to. There's no formal hearing yet, and they're trying to demoralize you essentially by saying, oh, your position is wrong and all that, we don't want to hear it, and they're trying to make you think that that's what'll happen at the formal board hearing. Your odds are much better at the formal board hearing, because the board is there to hear it, and they're actually a neutral party, instead of just being the assessors that are trying to jack up the valuation on you. So with that said, as a disclaimer, Standard 1, not a licensed assessor or agent, can't represent you. But in any case, if this content is valuable, please like this video, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, look, subscription is free. I'm not going to be charging anything for that, but just having more people really helps me. And this is a new channel, so I could really use your help. Please like and subscribe. Thanks a lot.